This is John with Central Classic Cars. Today we have something absolutely spectacular for you. We have a partnership with Qualicars from Brazil, and they've given us two T1 buses, a 70 and a 74, that are complete 100% restoration cars, like nothing else that you've ever seen. These cars truly have been totally taken to bare metal. All the parts have been completely replaced. The engine's been rebuilt, and they are completely ready to be driven. These cars are not meant to be sitting in a museum somewhere. If you take care of these cars, they can be driven for 100,000 miles and really enjoyed. We are so excited to share everything with you today. So I want to talk a little bit about the restoration process with these cars. The mindset and the thought process that we had was, let's take all the beautiful history of these cars and put a few modern finishes in. For example, we have the car has been completely transitioned over to 12 volt. We've put an aftermarket radio system in the car that's very tastefully done. And those little things to really get that historic feel, but also get some modern touches. There's a number of different pieces to the restoration process that I want to talk about. It goes through an 8-part process. We start with the original base car. The car is completely disassembled, taken apart. After that, we sandblast the car. We replace any pieces or parts that are rusted out everywhere. I'm talking about underneath the car, anything on the doors, on the roof that needs to be replaced is completely redone. After that, the car is prepped for paint. We then put a chemical treatment on the car to make sure that the paint has a solid bond to it, and underneath that there's a coating of a chemical that bonds to the metal so it doesn't rust. It's a really important step in the process that we take with these cars to make them last for a very long time. After we get all the paint put on the car, they're polished up, and every mechanical piece in the engine is disassembled. All the parts that need to be rebuilt are rebuilt, reassembled, and put back into the car. And it is truly a full restoration. I'll show you in these videos, I'll show you every step. I'm talking about brakes all the way to trim pieces, all the way to new interior, everything. We're just so excited. There is nothing else on the market like this. This is truly, there are more than 20 people that worked on this car, and thousands of hours of labor put into these restorations. They're truly one-of-a-kind cars, and we're just so excited to share them with you. So now we're going to do a sneak peek of both of the cars. We're going to start with the 74 T1. They stopped producing these buses in 75 and down in Brazil. And this, I get a lot of questions about, well, how do you have a car produced after 69? But the buses, they stopped production in 75. This is a 74. We're going to do a little sneak peek, go through a couple things. We literally just got these cars 3 days ago. It is truly, I haven't even taken some of the wrap off of the seats yet, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we're working with, this is truly brand new. Everything is brand new in here. The aftermarket radio system that is very tastefully done. Nice solid door seals. We have a full panoramic sunroof, the two luggage racks with the VW logo custom made by the manufacturer. As we go to the back seats, you can take a quick look in here. It is truly spectacular in here. I haven't even opened some of this up yet, but just the finishes and everything on here are really beautiful. As we move to the back of the car, I'm going to show you a couple of the other pieces to the car. All this chrome work, all the finishes are perfectly aligned with one another. It is truly very well thought out. The bumpers have been powder coated and painted to the same color of the, this is actually called Lotus White and Cobalt Blue. And it just brings everything together very nicely. We're going to do a more detailed video later of the engine and other things, but I want to show you a couple really cool things that Qualicars has done. We have a certificate of authenticity with the car telling you the VIN number, the engine number, the date it was produced. This car was produced in July of 2021. We have a USB drive with over 300 photos of the restoration, a restoration booklet with the partnership between our company and Qualicars, as well as all the detailed photos of what the car started out as and all of the process of the metal work that was done, the powder coating, all those things that were done to the car. And finally, you know, as it got closer to the end, you know, the final product. One of the most important things with this car that we focus on is the owner's manual. This goes through all the details of what was done to the car that I had talked about previously, but also importantly, it goes through sections on how to maintain the car in terms of checking the tire pressure, getting things balanced, checking the brakes every 5,000 kilometers, going through and taking care of the bearings, all sorts of different important things that need to be done to take care of this car. Again, these are intended to be used for a very long time. If they're taken care of, this car will definitely last a lifetime. So all that tied together, there is nothing like this. These restorations are extremely, extremely high level, and we're just so honored to be able to share these cars with you. We're going to do a sneak peek of the 70 as well. As I said previously, we're going to go through a full depth video on both of these cars, but we just wanted to get some content out for everybody to take a look at these because they're just such beautiful cars. This is again a 70. It's cobalt white with the turquoise paint. This car on the interior, same thing with the other car. Still has the wrap on it, has the aftermarket radio system, everything, all the finishes, all the upholstery, everything has been completely redone in here as well. As we move backward towards the rear of the car, you can see the chrome pieces. Just the contrast between the paint and the chrome is beautiful. You've got the ladder on the side. Again, you've got the two luggage racks here. The sunroof on this spectacular car. We'll come around to the back. This car has a 1600cc single port engine and totally been rebuilt. New belt, new distributor. Everything on here has been completely either replaced or rebuilt. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful car. Thanks again for checking out today's video. If you have any questions about these cars, please drop them in the comment section. We'll be glad to go through them with you. Also, subscribe to the channel. We're going to have 2 separate videos about these cars. Check us out on Facebook and our website, centralclassiccars.com. This is John Michalak signing off.